I've also found from my own personal experience, because I am advocate for experiencing to get experiential knowledge, but belief is what leads me to the knowledge that then takes me to the desire to experience. So I think they're all so very important, but there is that need to go from belief, well, faith to belief to knowledge to experience. So it's almost like a stair step in my world, where if I don't even have that, I don't know if you want to call it download from beyond here that gives me that faith that I can do something, to the belief that it's possible, to the knowledge of going out and exploring it, to then going out and experiencing it. It's almost like that download stair step that gets me there. So they're all so important for me along my journey.
Absolutely, and there's a great saying. I'm not sure if it's a Buddhist saying or a Zen saying, which is very familiar, very similar in many
Mhm.
ways. But they're saying for the regular person, mountains are just mountains, and for the student on the path of enlightenment, mountains are no longer mountains; they are much more profound. And but for the enlightened being, mountains are again mountains. So it's the path you have explained, that you're going from faith to belief to experience and then going back to belief. It's absolutely organic. It's natural. It's the way things unfold.
Yeah. So for those who are willing to embrace it, it can be such a profound thing. But if you sit at any one point, then, maybe there's a purpose for that for you on your journey, but you're still sitting still. And you have to ask yourself, is there ever a time for movement? Are you ready to move? And if you're not asking the question, that's where mindfulness can come in. Like, why am I not moving?
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And I would even say that the question of purpose is very interesting. So a lot of people ask me that question, what should be one's purpose? So I would say that a purpose is something that um, it is done by definition if you're winning or if you're losing. Okay, I'm just using basic terminology of winning and losing for conveying the idea. So let's say that you are a type of person that wants to, be the winner in life. Okay, and there's the kind of person who is the loser in life. We have this understanding of winning and losing, and so we put our emphasis of purpose, the word purpose, on the winning side and not on the losing side, right?
Yeah.
But if we would take any sports, let's take I don't know, boxing, for example. So usually people remember the champions because the champions are the winners. But the reason the champions are winners is simply because there was losers along their way, along their path. So in a way, it doesn't matter what position you are. Are you winning or are you losing? You are serving a purpose. The purpose is being served anyway. You're moving or you're not moving. The art of life is to understand your individuality and act on it. And if you're not acting on your individuality, you're losing, but you're still serving a purpose. So don't worry, you're anyway serving a divine purpose. But you can absolutely tune in to your individuality and live your purpose uh, for its ultimate potential. That's what I feel.
That is, I love that. And I might have to borrow it.
You go ahead. And nothing is mine. We are all connected. So any idea I have is coming from the field of all of us. I can speak the language because I've learned the language from someone who invented the language. So you go ahead and use it, and I'll be proud of that.
Well, thank you. And I agree with that too. Knowledge is not owned.
Absolutely.
I had a very dear friend, Swami Purna, who used to always say, I haven't talked to him in a while, but he would always say that, what is the purpose of a flower, right? it just is its purpose. It embodies its purpose. It doesn't ask, what is my purpose? It just embodies it. And it is the same for all. We don't have to continue to ask, just be it wherever you are all of the time.
Absolutely. And if I just may add to
Yeah,
your analogy,
please.
if we're talking about the world of plants, so you can say that an apple tree is an apple tree. It doesn't strive to be an apple tree. It is an apple tree. So it serves the purpose of an apple, creating apples and all different purposes of being a home for insects or whatever, and creating air that we can breathe. An apple tree doesn't have the self-reflective mechanism that we humans have, which is looking at ourselves and asking all these questions. So it is by definition an apple tree. It doesn't try to be a lemon tree. So when we are as people asking what is our purpose, we are in a way trying to be a different tree. We're trying to, instead of appling, we're trying to lemon, or we're trying to be a, all these other different trees that there are in nature. And you can see that in society where we have a lot of masks. We are trying to be someone. So when we tune in, it's like going back to the metaphor of just be a flower. So each of us is a kind of a flower, is a kind of an apple tree with our own unique potential, individual potential. And the way I see that life can play out in the most profound way is if you understand who you are and then just let it come out of you. And from my personal experience, I feel that the best outcomes in my life has been through this understanding and with this understanding.